Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
So basically I pitch it out, and I'm letting the line out. So I'm letting it fall till the spoon hits the bottom. So you'll see the line bowl. Okay, so it's settled on the bottom. So then I click my bail, and then I let it sit there for a second. You see the bowl in the line, and then I just turn the reel handle real slow. So I'm almost just dragging the spoon on the bottom. Normally when you fish a spoon, you're always hopping it and everything. I just drag it real slow. Once in a while, I just pop it just so the spoon has contact on the bottom, but it's just flopping around on the top. And a lot of times, most of the time, the bites are, you'll just feel it load up, like there's something on the end of it, just set the hook. But basically, I'm just dragging it along the bottom. I don't even turn the reel. I use the rod tip just to move it just a little bit at a time. And those fish will actually pick it off the bottom. And what happens is a lot of these fish in the wintertime, the smaller fish will go up and attack the bait balls, and they'll even just kill them just for the hell of it. And the bigger fish stay underneath them. And because there's no work involved, they just go over there and pick them up off the bottom. So I'm just making this spoon flop on the bottom like it's a crippled or injured shad. So it's on the bottom, laying on the bottom. Been catching a lot of largemouth, but today we got some nice spots. This one's over 2 pounds, so I'm gonna put her back. And when I release them, I usually set them in the water and wait till they give me a big kick, like a kiss send off, like that. And, oh, adios. I'm going to show you some of the equipment I use when I'm spooning for bass in the wintertime. I think I'll start with the reels. Here again, I use about a 150 to 200 size reel bait casting, something that'll hold about 80 to 100 yards of 20-pound test. And what I do is I'll match it up, and I use 7 to 7.5 foot rods. You want something that's parabolical bent, so you want the rod bending through the rod, not just on the top. Most of your rods nowadays are fast tapered, so they only bend from here up. This is a parabolical, so you're going to see it bends in the middle of the rod. So when you're spooning, it's better to have a parabolical bend so that it doesn't rip the spoon up so fast. You want it to be more relaxed. This is a gloomis, which is probably all I use. I've been using them forever. And so then we have other rods. We have every rod manufacturer makes crankbait rods. So you could go to any of the brands, because everybody has their own brands, and get a crankbait rod in a 4 to 5 power, and they work great. And they're a lot cheaper than your gloomis rods. Line, here again, my favorite, Yozuri. I use 20-pound test when I'm spooning. I don't use braid, because when you use braid, it's so limp that when you jig it and you fall over, it gets caught on the line all the time. So just use mono or your fluorocarbon coated. So if you guys have braid on your reel already, you can use an Alberto knot, put 20-pound test leader, and I would do it about 10 feet. If you run a 10-foot leader, you'd be fine. Baits, so spoons. I use a lot of blade runners. I use anywhere from 3/4 ounce to 1 3/4. And morning dawn seems to be the best. It just depends on, you know, if it's a cloudy day or it's clear. Fire Tiger, morning dawn. I do use a lot of Kastmaster. They have a different fall to them. So a lot of times, if you're watching the videos, you might see me dragging the spoon along. Then I will be dragging this one. This one I use for popping it, so I'm hopping it and letting it fall. So some days they like a radical fall, so they like it up fast and then falling down. And some days they just like it dragged on the bottom. So these are the two spoons that I prefer, and I do quite well on them. So also on my spoons, I always change the hooks. I don't ever use the ones that come with them, because when baits are made, when they make these things by the thousands, and they usually just put cheap hooks on them. Once in a while, some of the companies, they'll put Gamakatsu or Owner on them, then you don't have to change. But like these here, these bend really easy, so you want to change them. And I use Owner 2X strong. These are the kind of trebles that I like to use. They're both Owners. This is 2 extra strong. This is a size 4, so I would use this on like 3/4 ounce. And then when I use the little heavier ones, I'll go to this hook here. These are new. These are STX. They're super sharp. These things here are, when they bite it, they're hooked. So these are probably the best ones. I hope you liked this video, and please hit the like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. You could add a comment on the bottom, and you know, I usually get back within a few days and answer your comments. If you go down on the bottom, there's a little arrow down there. If you click it, it gives you the link of all the products that I'm using, and all the lures and line and rods, reels, etc. So I'm glad you're watching the channel, and you know, if you subscribe, it'll really help me out. And thank you very much, and I appreciate all the help.
Fishing, it's fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.